Hello everybody, my name is Presley Young, and for my final project / presentation, I chose to do it over Don Q by Miguel Cervantes. A little preface, I cannot pronounce the last name that is the Q, so that's why I'm using the abbreviation. But the prompt that I chose for my paper and project was, how did Don Q make the world a better and kinder place if he did? And then what was Alonzo's purpose of creating Don Q? I said that Don Q did not create a better / kinder, gentler world. He only caused more danger and chaos among the society, but also created confusion, conflict, and misunderstanding in the people he came into contact with. So that's where my little illustration comes in. I'm not an artist, so I did an infographic, and I did the fantasy versus reality. So the fantasy would be Don Q, and the reality is Alonzo. So these are 3 examples that I used in my paper. The first one would be whenever Don Q comes into contact with the giants that he believes are, and he wants to fight them off in order to save the society and this civilization and the world. But in reality, they are just windmills, and in reality, he causes more danger and chaos because he ends up hurting himself more severely rather than saving other people. My second example is whenever he encounters the inn. He believes it's this big castle with all these lords and ladies and the princesses, but when in reality, it's just a little rundown inn. But with this castle, he wants to be knighted, but through his enlightenment, he causes way more chaos, and the innkeeper plays along with the enlightenment ceremony, but the innkeeper realizes the danger and chaos he causes whenever he does it, so that's why he rushes the ceremonies to just get Don out of the way. And then my last and final example I used on my presentation was when Don came into contact with a farmer and a shepherd boy. He believed by stopping the farmer from beating the shepherd boy, he was saving the shepherd boy, but in reality, he caused the shepherd boy to have a worse beating because of the humiliation and aggravation he caused the farmer. My examples in my paper were that Don only created more danger and chaos, and then he also just created more conflict, confusion, and misunderstanding in the society. But my third point was Alonzo's reason for creating Don was to not save the world, but to escape his own self, his own life, because he wanted something more interesting, and his life was really boring. But overall, I really enjoyed doing this presentation. I feel like I learned a lot from it.